Is there something wrong with this chair?
It's a seat. It's not a chair.
What's the difference?
Well, a chair is like in your house. A seat's in your vehicle.
Are you serious?
That's the truth.
I don't know if I believe that.
Yes, everybody knows that.
No, I feel like I'm laying in the back, but is it broken?
No, you're just actually no. It's fine, but I think you had it reclined because that's the way the cool people ride.
What's recline mean? Does it move?
Yeah, it moves. There you go. I don't know. You look pretty cool. You know the way you laid back there.
Well, this seems uncomfortable.
It's like you were chilling. Yeah, that's a little extreme as well.
Okay. Now we're doing. Okay.
Yep.
Now I got it. Very good. All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Will Reed.
And I'm Langdon Reed.
And we are the Wilson Fairchild.
And we are with you in the truck. Some reclined, some
We are.
at normal pace seating.
Welcome. Normal pace seating. Now, welcome to all the loyal folks and friends in our fan base. Join us in the truck. And thanks to newcomers as well.
Unloyal. Maybe.
Unloyal newcomers. For sure.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like, why can't we go somewhere fun and ride? Like, why are you in town?
Well, as you can tell, right now I'm a little embarrassed, and I'm glad they can't see completely, but the truck is dirty this morning.
Your truck's always dirty.
No, it's not. It's not this dirty.
Your truck's always dirty.
It's not this. I know. I need to wash it probably a little more than I do, but it's like dirtier than it's been this morning.
Yeah, I definitely see lots of on the hood. You know what part of that is?
What?
The pollen.
Oh, yeah, it's the old pollen.
This time of year, it's
The
floating
old
around.
springtime P word.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
It is floating around. Hey,
So,
I wonder if in the old times,
yeah.
if people talk about stuff like that. Like, everybody likes to talk about allergies and pollen and oh my gosh, it's killing me. And like every day we got to talk about it. Like,
Right.
If you've seen how much green is laying on the table, like, we just are obsessed with talking about it. Don't you think, like, 150 years ago, they just didn't talk about it?
I know.
Like,
Did
it
the
was just
revolutionaries and the cabbage farmers get together and be like, the moss index is high?
Because they didn't have apps.
No.
Or cell phones to remind them every day of
Right.
what the pollen index was.
Right.
So they didn't have to worry about it. Don't you think that was better?
Don't you think?
Don't you think?
Their trucks weren't dirty.
Oh my gosh.
They
Daily, every day with either my wife or my kids or even you sometimes. It's like too much information. I don't want any more information. Just let it go. I'm sorry. Back to your truck.
We're going to get the truck washed.
Now?
Yeah. This is going to be fun. Y'all are going to go through the truck wash with us.
You serious?
Yeah, we're about here right now.
Langdon, if you could manage your time better, we wouldn't have to do chores during truck time.
I'm doing this because, see, this is work related.
Yeah.
So this is actually going to be, I'm going to take this off my taxes, this truck wash.
How do I get benefit for this? Oh my gosh. There's a sign back here. It's not open.
Are you serious?
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's got to do with the battery place.
Sorry, what? Temporarily closed. These
Think
people
they
are
are.
coming out this way.
Temporarily closed.
They're doing
For
some
maintenance.
maintenance. They're doing maintenance on
Not
the wash.
getting the truck washed now, are we, buddy?
You talking about throwing an old monkey in the wrench?
Man, they're doing some maintenance.
Yeah.
I was so looking forward to that too.
I know, I am too.
The
'cause-
lights and the shampoo. Sometimes I do it just to make me have a better day. I love going to the car wash.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, like we could go to the place where I spray it off, but then I'm going to be outside.
I know, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, that's
It's going to be
weird.
tough. Yep. And I really don't like going to the other place on the other side of town. The other
No, we'll just wait.
We'll just have to wait. We'll just have to do this again.
They won't be doing maintenance all day.
I apologize for the dirty truck. I don't know if y'all can see that or feel that through the...
I don't think it's bothering them. I'm gonna switch gears.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to have to.
So back to my cellular phone and watching videos because somebody threw it to me and I had to watch it.
Did you call it a cellular phone?
Yeah.
You don't, not a mobile phone?
No, that's my cellular phone.
You're still hanging on to that?
Yeah, my cellular phone.
Okay.
I just saw a great clip on Roger Miller. And it was kind of a...
Beep, 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 beep. That guy.
I mean, you can do it as much as you want and you'll never be that cool.
It's just.
I mean,
I know.
I want to be that cool.
Right. He does it and it's funny and it's cool, but if we do it and it's like, is something wrong?
So I'm going to tell you this. This is so funny.
Okay.
So it was a little compilation video of these clips of him on stage and just his wit and how funny and talented he was. And back to a country music stage show, I was blown away by one clip. It might have been like Austin City Limits, where Roger, because originally, I can say originally, he was a fiddle player.
Yes.
Right.
For Ray Price.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love intertwining all the country music stories. But he would do that in his live stage show, you know, and he'd play the fiddle, you know. And, you know, after the hit records and Chug-a-Lug and Dang Me and King of the Road, the things that you go to the show to see, and then he grabs the fiddle and plays the fiddle, like, that is so cool. Like, that,
it is.
That was the epitome of a country music show, you know?
Yes.
And so that was one of the clips. But another clip that I had forgotten about, you know how much our dads loved Roger Miller. Like, you know,
Very close friends.
very close friends.
Yeah.
And when they were together, it was a party, and they'd laugh and laugh and laugh. And when he did the Statler Brothers show back in the 90s, I had totally forgotten about this. But Dad and Donnie were on each side of him, and they were doing an intro because they wanted him to play the song about the hog that he had written for Big River. And have you seen the clip lately floating around?
I have not, but I remembered this.
Oh my gosh!
But, yeah.
So you know, your dad starts it and introducing him, and you know, I mean, they're just throwing it back and forth. I mean, just all three of them, unscripted, throwing it back and forth. And those are to Roger, and he's like, hey, you know, you're gonna sing the other funny thing that we're gonna share, or I'm gonna share.
Okay.
You know, our dads were so prepared, and with a script, especially with the TV show, to make sure everything was right, the words were right, the timing was right.
And it had to be that way for TV.
And it had to be that way for TV.
There's boundaries for TV.
And for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Everybody has to know their job, their cue, their time.
Yeah.
But when something like that happens with the two of them and Roger, somebody they had known for 20 years before that, it is so funny. I mean, your dad, oh my gosh, your dad, trying to introduce Roger, and Roger just coming back at him, with the answers, and he's like, well, I'm going to introduce him. And Roger thinks, well, are you going to introduce me, or am I going to introduce me? And your dad's like, oh no, I'll introduce you. And so then he introduces him about the Big River and about the song about the hog. Then Roger tries to put on his guitar, and he can't step through the strap. And then your dad's telling him it's not a seat belt, and my dad's getting in the middle of it and saying, "Come on, man, what's wrong with you?" And then the funniest thing, he puts the guitar on. Roger's talking about, he's like, "What did you say?" He said, "Drifted off a little bit," and then he said, he starts that noise is what reminded me. And my dad says, standing next to him, he said, "That's jazz." And then and Roger says, yeah, that's what that is. That's jazz. Then my dad says, "Well, it smells like jazz." And at that, Roger bends over laughing, like just uncontrollably. And he said, "Yeah, it does smell like jazz. It smells like cotton picking jazz," or whatever he said. And but those were those times that you just can't create those.
You can't.
It just happened.
And that's three friends right there, just hanging out, living it up, and the cameras just happen to be going on at that time.
Oh yes,
and that's magical.
Oh, it was. But that's the other thing about the history of country music. In all those different decades, going from the 50s, 60s, 70s, all those people were in the marketplace competing with their own songs and their own brand and stuff. Yeah. But they were all friends. They were. They all spoke, shook hands, hugged their necks when they saw each other. Yes. And that was a special time. Yes.
And that's funny you say that. I just had a friend ask me about a week ago about, You
got a friend?
One friend.
Okay. And
he said that. He said, hey, did the Statlers really, did they get along with everybody in the business? And exactly what you said, they really did.
Oh, yeah.
I was really trying to think of, if there was friction in there. People love to talk about, the Statlers and Oak Ridge Boys. There was never even competition there, of course.
Right.
They loved each other, and they even back to their TV show when they had them on there.
For sure.
But that kind of real friends and real entertainment is it almost seems a little lost.
Oh, it does.
You know?
Not seems like it's lost.
It is.
It's lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the new country music artists, they're all making too much money. I've said it. They've priced themselves out of the marketplace, and now it costs $200-300 to go to a concert.
It does.
I just do not buy into that.
I know.
I don't like it.
I know.
But that's totally different than a Sunday afternoon show, and you get to see Grand Ole Opry stars, and it costs you $5. You know, totally different.
I know. Yeah, you see them in some of those old posters and the list of entertainers that they had.
Oh yeah.
At a park for 3 days.
Yeah.
You know, and doing those country music shows, and it said, buy one ticket for, $8 to get you in the whole weekend. Now, I know inflation times, we get all that.
Oh yeah.
But still, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not comparable.
That's right.
To today's time.
It really isn't.
And I hate that. Hate that. So
can't go back now.
Can't do it.
Can't do that no more.
And you know what? I'm going to say this right here. We get to do this in the truck with you all. It's about relating. It's about being relatable to us. And we go to you come to our shows, and we're getting ready to have a bunch in Texas coming up. So we hope a lot of you Texans are going to be there.
Come on.
But that's what's fun about us is a lot of people ask all the time too. Do y'all ever wear those ear monitors? And we don't. We did one time.
Yeah.
We did one time when we opened up for George Jones.
We did.
Because the sound guy asked if we would do that, and we said, sure.
Because there weren't any monitors on the stage.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we did, and that was horrible because you and I like to hear if people are saying something. We like it really made us feel disconnected from the audience.
So let me say this, as a, doing comedy and stuff, that was why we couldn't do it, because in those ear monitors, you're only hearing instruments and voices. You're not hearing the audience.
Right.
And you can't react. You can't tell a joke, react to the audience. You can't react to applause. And we hated it.
Yeah.
So we try not to do that. So yeah, our show not only is traditional country music, it's traditional everything, because that's just the way we like to do it.
Yep.
The way it was always done.
It's going to be tough when we start selling out these stadiums as far as to connect with those people up there in the...
Can you just see me now singing in a stadium going, heave it home, heave it home, heave? People are like, what is he doing up there? He's no Roger Miller.
He's no Roger Miller. I mean, he's a little funny, but he's no Roger Miller.
Right. Are we going to get your truck washed, or is it still down?
I am. But I'm going to the next county over, I think.
Okay. All right, go to the next county.
Yeah.
Do you have a permit for the next county?
Yeah, I do. You know what, though? I think a truck will probably still be dirty when we come back.
Let's just do it next week.
In a couple weeks, so let's do it then.
All right, sounds good.
Alrighty?
All right.
You want? This is us sounding off. I want you to go off like Roger Miller.
All right. In the summertime, heave it home, down, 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 down.